상계 초타 저기 초놈 저저 버도 다니 꺄섬체 너기 징소 기비 소놈게 돌아 판제 상계 두브라쇼 돌아 판제 상계 두브라쇼 돌아 판제 상계 두브라쇼 군사정보라 sorry I know this is late evening. We are all feeling drowsy and tired, but now we are coming to at the end. So may I request all just stand on your feet, humbly request, and just we pay homage to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, please.
Does it include us?
Yes, please. Okay, just follow me, please. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Thank you, Kusasambola. Please take your seat. The chair and my colleague panelists, members of Mahasangha, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to introduce a little bit myself because the many people have intriguing questions. Why is Sherpa from Nepal giving talk Buddhism in UK? It is quite interesting, and a few people ask me to explain. Okay, I'm very blessed and fortunate to be sort of associated three main things in Nepal. You know, so Nepal is well known by mainly three things. The first thing is Buddha was born in Nepal. The second thing is the Mount Everest. And third thing is the Gurkha soldier, the bravest or toughest soldiers in the world so far. I hope it maintained. So I'd like to say that I'm very blessed. I'm associated all these three things. First thing is I'm Buddhist, as a Buddha was born in Nepal. The second thing is I was born in Mount Everest Valley, and I'm Sherpa. And third thing is myself, I joined the British Army and served in the British Army as a Gurkha for 24 years. Therefore, I'm very proud to say I'm well associated with these three things which is popular in Nepal and which introduced in Nepal to the outside world. So, all right, first of all, I may not get this chance or opportunity. I would like to thank you on behalf of my family and the people of Nepal and the members of the Buddhist Community Center UK. I would like to thank the organizer here and also the Bhutanese government and the people of Bhutan. They're organizing such a wonderful conference and about the introduction and innovation of Vajrayana Buddhism and exploring this to outside the world. So I would like to thank you again. Thank you to all Bhutanese people and all people here who attended. And I also, you may have intrigue, I'm like a cocktail because I'm in the army, British Army, and also I'm serving as a detective police officer currently. I retired from the army and detective officer in police, London police, and also Buddhist. So you are saying this all contradiction, and this is like a little cocktail. Okay. And yesterday there's a few questions about the mindfulness of the soldiers and things. So I have a little experience. If I got time, I'll explain my experience later on. However, now I would like to go to the state and to the subject that I'm going to present. Maybe there are some English friends or some people from Britain. Please raise your hand. Please, if I'm telling wrong, correct me there and then. But I'm not going to in deep about the Buddhism in UK, but I'm going to very short, informative information about the Buddhism in UK. And more detail the recently we founded at the Buddhist Community Center UK. I talk mainly these topics. First of all, the Buddhism in UK. Buddhism in UK found its way in 19th century through the translation of various scriptures of various schools, various traditions from the East. So I think Kathy is here. So one gentleman, very popular poet, journalist, who is called Sir Edwin Arnold. In 1878, 1879, this Edwin Arnold, who wrote an epic poem, The Light of Asia. So the Sir Edwin was born in Kent. So Kathy is from Kent. So he was born in 1832 and died in 1902 or something like that. So he was a person who wrote a poem about Light of Asia, which describing the Buddha's life, which inspired few English people to study the Buddha's life. Then one of those people were called Alan Bennett. The Alan Bennett then in 1898, he went to Sri Lanka, and he is the first English monk who ordained bhikkhu. He went as a Theravada bhikkhu. So from there, there are another, in 1924, London Buddhist, 1924, London Buddhist Society is formed, which is this Christmas Humphrey was involved, and he donated his own buildings, and in that way, slowly the Buddhist was spread. In 1926, London Buddhist Vihara in Chiswick, and then, more importantly, now we're talking about the Vajrayana Buddhists. The Vajrayana Buddhists arrived in London in 1963 with these three Tibetan Rinpoches. One is Akong Rinpoche, and Trongpa Rinpoche, and Chimi Rinpoche. The Chimi Rinpoche is still in the UK, and we just 2 months before, we celebrated 50 years celebration of Vajrayana in UK. Why anybody there? Please raise your hand. Chimi Rinpoche celebration? No. Okay. Okay, these three young Rinpoches, Tibetan monks, who arrived in Oxford University in 1963. And those are the people who brought the Vajrayana Buddhism in UK. Now I'm going to talk more detail about the Buddhist Community Center, BCC UK Center. The Buddhist Community Center UK was established in 2007. The reason for the establishment, why we need the Buddhist Community Center UK? Okay, I've been serving in the army for 24 years, and 2002, in 2002, so I challenged the British Army for the equal rights and citizens' rights and etc. Then in 2005, I got sort of, I won the case. And then we got the equal opportunity to get the British citizen. And so then the majority of people came in to UK to settle. So once they are there, there's no proper place to practice Buddhism. So therefore, we need the Buddhist monastery there, and then we started with the 5 people, and after 2008, 4 people just left on my own, but however, I carry on. After 2010, then we form a big committee, and now we have a proper monastery. The these are the M. Okay, Buddhist teaching. Why we need this Buddhist teaching and meditation? This is very popular at the moment in the center. And naming ceremony and wedding. When we opened the center, there were 5 weddings in a day in the record. So lots of weddings happening there. And ritual ceremony and other cultural activities, social and integration program with local communities. Since established the Buddhist Community Center, His Holiness Dalai Lama visited 3 times. In 2008, then we celebrate the Buddha Jayanti continually since 2007. We give a sort of information day, drug and alcohol awareness, and the health awareness, and the crime awareness, etc. And 2012, His Holiness Dalai Lama again kindly visited our place. So, the first thing is the Lama in the British Army. When I was serving in the army, there was no Lama. And then I had to challenge the Prime Minister and the Defense Minister and the generals. Then I had to big argument between them. And then they made a survey and they found, initially they said there's no Buddhist. But when I challenged them, when I strongly challenged them, they made a survey and they found 33% Buddhists in the British Army. And they said, okay. And I said, if those, within those 33 Buddhists got killed in the battlefield and carry out ritual by other faith, I will take the MOD in the human rights course. Then okay, we will bring lamas. Therefore, now 3 lamas in the British Army. So we support the Nepal earthquakes, and this is the monastery at the moment. And the monastery is consecrated by Dilku Khanche Rinpoche Yangsi, who is the teacher of His Holiness Dalai Lama. And later on, in 2014, the Dalai Lama initially, personally opened the center. This is the center. And this is the tallest Buddha statue in Europe, which is in front of the monastery. And these lamas visited our center since we established. So many lamas, including Rabjang Rinpoche, Dalai Lama, and next year Karmapa will be visiting us, and also Sakya Trizon Rinpoche. So in future our goal is we build a little Nepal, including the old tradition of Buddhist monasteries. So thank you. That's all.